What is going on, guys, and welcome your face back to another video. Today we are packed up with some more gameplay details, so you know what that means, people. Go ahead and grab yourself some popcorn or nibble on that damn oxygen, because this video is gonna be super cool, and I'm just gonna dive straight into it because all the information in this video does actually come from the lands of the Twitters. So if you guys don't follow me on there, go ahead and follow me. The link is in the description below. But I want to start off this video with talking about one of the most requested I guess questions or everything that someone wants to know about, right? And it is about full damage in the game. Everyone in the comment section below agrees that there needs to be full damage, and then you get the very small percentage of people that are like, well, he's a spider, he's not gonna have full damage. Well, hey, we still want that stuff, okay? Now, Andrew Reiner actually went on Twitter and kind of asked people if they want to see or know anything else about the game, so essentially like a Q&A, and someone did ask him about the full damage, and they went ahead and say full damage hasn't been decided yet, and then someone did actually go ahead and reply, no full damage, and then he replied, of course, they are still determining that. So this is some great news, right? Because if it was already confirmed that, you know, they've, you know, pretty much had a good thorough thought about this and being like, well, we're not gonna have full damage, I would kind of be a little bit upset. But the fact that it's still kind of like in consideration really gives me hope. I want to see full damage in the game. I've mentioned it so many times before, like literally if I got $1 every single time I said it, I would be rich as shit right now. But on a serious note, for me, it adds challenge to the gameplay experience, I guess you could say. There's a reason not to simply fall, and skill would definitely be useful, you know, rather than just being able to do everything and really having no consequences. But as always, leave your thoughts in the comment section below on what you think about that, and do you think Insomniac Games will actually just be like, you know what, people, let's add this into the game? I really hope that's the case, but I guess we got like 5 months to actually find that out. Or possibly at E3. E3 is a good shout as well. Now, someone did go ahead and ask Andrew again, do you know if you can go to the Statue of Liberty in Spider-Man? Insomniac went and replied, but what buildings will your webs attach to in order to let you get there? Question mark. So here's the thing, right? Because this was kind of like a, I guess, a trick question to some extent, because we all know that he's not just going to randomly be web swinging from the sky. He's building, well, the buildings are going to be relevant to, you know, how you web swing. So that being said, it's kind of like saying, well, you're not going to be able to do that because there's simply no buildings that are going to allow you to web swing that far. But then Andrew went and replied, basically talking about a helicopter, because they do say apparently you can go ahead and, you know, attach yourself to one. So he said, I chased one, they said we could latch onto it, but I didn't get to see it. So again, it might be as easy as it looks, but it could possibly be the complete opposite and be super hard to do something like that. Now, going on to the final couple of things, which talk about the suit damage as well. We've seen it in previous games, right? You know, when you're in combat and you take damage, your suit does change its appearance. So someone did say, does Spider-Man's suit age, or as you play through the game, can you see damage being done to it? Now, Andrew replied, damage during story moments, but no progressive damage like in Arkham. So I guess this is kind of like 50-50 for myself. It's cool, but I would like to see, you know, progressive, I guess, suit damage, but then at the same time, I kind of like could see the relevancy for it not to be there, because, you know, sometimes you do want to go ahead and just not look like you're absolutely wrecked all the time. And also, there is photo mode that has been confirmed by Insomniac Games on Twitter again. They did say there is going to be a photo mode, so hey, you know, there's two situations now. You want to take a photo of yourself after combat looking absolutely wrecked, or you just want to look cool all the time, pretty much, you know. Those are the two options, but what do you guys think on that? Would you like to see a progressive suit damage, or like would you pretty much just like to see it in combat and kind of leave it after that? I mean, it's everyone's different, I guess. It kind of gives like a different gameplay feel, but you guys get in the comment section below and let me know how you feel. Now, going on to the second to last thing, I may as well put everyone to their misery right now. It is about, you know, the little side missions. So everyone's question has been, can you deliver pizzas in your game? Insomniac did go ahead and confirm, nope, Peter is a scientist now, no time for pizza delivery. Which kind of sucks. I really wish it was kind of like a little throwback side mission, but hey, you never really know with these guys, it might just be something randomly that will pop up in the game, like a flashback sort of thing, because we've seen that situation with the backpack on the map and all that stuff, which essentially is kind of like going back into, Peter's time, I guess you could say, seeing like a backtrack and then where he currently is. So hey, that kind of like has 50-50 on that, but again, you guys get in the comment section below. Now, moving on to the last thing, it is about Jessica Jones, so maybe Peter needs help finding someone or something, which is someone over on Twitter asked. Insomniac did go ahead and say, we are focused on Spider-Man universe characters, although the game is set in Marvel's New York City. So, remember we've been talking about the Avengers Tower, looks great and all, everyone wants to know, is it going to be linked to Infinity War? Even going from like the recent leak that of course happened with the great, God bless him man, over at Sony going ahead and dropping that leak for the, of course, pre-order stuff and the custom suits and whatnot. We did see the Iron suit for Spider-Man, so that was super cool. What they are basically saying here is, well, we're focused on the Spider-Man universe characters, though it's set in Marvel, so basically they're kind of confirming that, hey, there's going to be multiple characters in the game from just simply Marvel's, New York City, I guess, or universe, whatever you really want to say, which is super cool, because I've said it many times before, I would love to have like random events where possibly you can web swing past someone, or there's like a little side mission where Iron Man is in battle with someone, or something along those lines, and you pretty much can just get right in their hands on. And don't forget, like I said, the Avengers Tower, right? It can't just be an Easter egg, because you don't show an Easter egg like that if it's meant to be an Easter egg simply, and that's really as far as it goes, in any of the stuff like footage, trailers, screenshots before the game releases. That is basic knowledge, so that I guess adds to everyone's theory that the Avengers Tower actually is definitely, without a single doubt, gonna have a much bigger role to the game than we actually think. And even talking about people having a much bigger role to the game than we think, the Miles Morales stuff we still haven't actually seen. So this is another thing I'm really excited to see. E3 technically is around the corner, even though it feels like it's a long time away. I'm just, trust me guys, okay, that time will fly by, and what I'm really hoping we see is some gameplay of multiple characters. I want to see Miles Morales, I want to see Peter Parker footage, because that's something we still haven't got. A Game Informer have confirmed it's not something they have as a whole. We know we're going to get details of Peter Parker in general this week, of course being tomorrow the 16th of April when I'm making this video, but again, no footage, and the Game Informer guys haven't actually been able to see that. So whether it's kind of like a situation or they simply haven't really finished the game, and it's not really like a polish up, we don't really know. But either way, I'd like to say with everything Insomniac Games are doing, they definitely seem to have their heads screwed on. They know exactly the direction they're going through with this game, and it definitely will be one of the best PlayStation exclusives as a whole. And another thing I wanted to touch up about finally was the online mode, because if people are talking about, mixing with other Marvel characters and whatnot, would it be cool if there's like an online mode, or would it be cool if you're able to play as one of those characters, or have a suit inspired by them, or something along those lines? Again, all these things I personally do want to see, but with the whole online aspect right now with Spider-Man, I still want to back up my point that it would be a great idea, because the city of New York, like, technically never sleeps, right? Another thing we haven't seen is a day or night cycle, so again, something we're being left on a cliffhanger about. But that being said, when you put everything together, it could be something super badass, man. I mean, you guys again, leave your thoughts on that in the comment section below. But ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna wrap up this video here. So, as always, if you missed any of the previous ones, the links are in the description below. There's a whole playlist to all the Spider-Man videos. The last one, we was talking about the free roaming versus civilian reactions. We got to see some, well, I guess you could say we got to hear raw audio footage, pretty much, if that makes sense, of how people react to Spider-Man when he's web swinging. We also found out that you can go ahead and technically take someone's basketball with your webs and just shoot it into the air. which is super cool. And then we found out some more details on that as well as a whole, so free roaming pretty much. So go ahead and check that one out, because you'll also be able to hear the audio on that. And then before that, we was talking about the Spider-Man Iron Suit as well. So by now you guys have probably seen that, but if you haven't, again, the links are in the description below. There's nothing revealing it, but you can pretty much go ahead and find it on the interwebs. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all from me, so I hope you have yourselves a ridiculously awesome day. But until the next one, subscribe for more awesome content, and adios amigos.